Hi, I'm Lilly Logan, a student from the LACC Digital Media class. I'm recording this video in the second semester of 2022-2023 school year. In this video, I will be rating Star Wars movies based on the 3 trilogies, the prequels, the originals, and the sequels. I will also be discussing which one I think is the best from each trilogy. And I wanted to make this video to explain why I think some Star Wars movies are better than others, and to persuade you guys to go and watch the movies yourself to make your own opinions. The first trilogy that I'm going to go over is the prequels. Although the prequel movies were made before the original trilogy movies, they come before the originals in chronological order. Now to get into the movie ratings. The Phantom Menace is the first movie in the prequel trilogy. I personally think it's underrated. It's the start of Anakin Skywalker's story with action, humor, and suspense. I'm giving this movie a 5-star rating, my reasoning being there are other movies in this trilogy with more action and better storyline. Moving on to the Attack of the Clones. This movie is the second in the prequel trilogy. It starts 10 years after The Phantom Menace. It has a secret romance between Anakin and Padme. It also includes a lot of new characters and is filled with action and fighting. Attack of the Clones also does a really good job of setting up the next movie in the trilogy, Revenge of the Sith. My rating for Attack of the Clones is going to be 7. I gave it a 7 because I believe that it has more action than The Phantom Menace and also does a really good job of building up the characters' backstories. The last movie in the prequels is Revenge of the Sith. This is basically the final battle. There is suspense, betrayal, and even death. Multiple battles are being fought, and the story is chilling. Secrets get revealed, and Anakin makes a drastic and final decision. My rating of Revenge of the Sith is a 9. This is one of my favorite movies. The action, romance, and story are all amazing, and I would recommend watching this to anyone. So that makes Revenge of the Sith the best movie in the prequel trilogy. The original trilogy is next. The original trilogy centers around Luke Skywalker, the son of Anakin Skywalker, and his journey to become a Jedi and to stop the Empire from taking over the galaxy. These movies were the first Star Wars movies made. A New Hope is the first movie in the original trilogy. I might be a little biased with this movie because this was the first Star Wars movie I watched. A New Hope introduces tons of characters to the Star Wars universe. It shows Luke's life on Tatooine and his journey to save the universe with little experience. It also sets up the other movies in the trilogy. A New Hope gets a ranking of 5 because I feel that it sets up the other movies in the trilogy well and also gives you a bit of nostalgia. The second movie in the original trilogy is The Empire Strikes Back. After destroying the Death Star, the Empire fires back, destroying rebel bases and continuing the long-lasting battle. Luke's training as a Jedi continues, romance is starting to bloom, and more action is taking place. I'm ranking The Empire Strikes Back with an 8. The music is very good, and I think the story, plot, and the action is a bit better than A New Hope. Finally, the last movie in the original trilogy is Return of the Jedi. Luke and the rebels finally try to end the battle with the Empire. Romance is rekindled, new friendships are made, and rivals are taken down. I'm ranking Return of the Jedi with a 6. I like the twist at the end with Darth Vader, and I also enjoyed the battle on Endor. The last trilogy I'm going to rank is the sequels. The sequels take place 30 years after the original trilogy. Luke starts and loses his new Jedi Order. Leia and Han get married, and the First Order rises where the Empire fell. The storyline of the sequels center around a new rising Jedi named Rey. The first movie in the trilogy is The Force Awakens. I feel this movie is very similar to A New Hope, but in a different font. Keeping coordinates and plans from the First Order, a rebel spy captured by the bad guys, a hero with no knowledge of their family gets welcomed into a new life of a Jedi. Overall, I'm giving this movie a ranking of 5. It is very repetitive and very similar to A New Hope. The Last Jedi is the next movie in the trilogy. I personally like this movie better than The Force Awakens. It has a backstory with Kylo Ren and also Luke's failures. I also feel that the movie is welcoming new characters. I'm giving The Last Jedi a 6 ranking. It could have been a bit better, but I do think it was better than The Force Awakens because of the fighting scenes and also the backstories of characters like Kylo Ren and Luke. The last movie I'm going to rank is The Rise of Skywalker. Again, like the other final movies in each trilogy, it's a big end battle. Palpatine is still alive and an army is waiting to conquer the galaxy. I do really like how old characters were reintroduced. The fighting scenes I thought were really good throughout the movie. My ranking for Rise of Skywalker is 7. I like this movie overall in the trilogy, and I really liked the storylines being tied up. Now, my ranking for best Star Wars movie, in my opinion. Between the prequels movie, Revenge of the Sith, the originals movie, The Empire Strikes Back, and the sequels movie, The Rise of Skywalker, my favorite, in my opinion, is Revenge of the Sith. This movie is such a great ending to the prequels and an amazing start to the rest of the Star Wars saga. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment down below your favorite Star Wars movie. Consider subscribing to the LACC Digital Media Class YouTube channel, and also check out other awesome videos made by the students on this channel. If you're interested in learning how to make videos like this one, you should consider enrolling in this class. Thanks for watching.